Hello there. I just set up a new tripod, a little short tripod that I can sit on my desktop and then sit here at my desk and talk to you guys. And so I thought, as a little test of the tripod and the camera and everything, I would just tell you a little bit about one little thing that's in this episode of Project Runabout. In Project Runabout, in this episode, Yorktown, they travel to Earth and they end up finding out that it's not only have they traveled to Earth, but they've traveled to Earth in 1942. May 8th, 1942 to be exact. Google it. So in the script it says, Navarro says, Commander, I'm not getting any Starfleet chatter on any frequency. In fact, I'm not detecting a human presence anywhere else in the solar system. Because in their time, the entire solar system would have humans all over it. McNair says, try the radio spectrum, Lieutenant. Plenty of chatter there. McNair flips a switch so everyone can hear the radio. Click. 40s music plays. The song ends. Radio news host. That was band name with song title. And now the news for this beautiful May 8, 1942. The Runabout crew exchange holy crap glances. Radio news host continued. In the Pacific, General MacArthur has the Japs on the run in the Coral Sea. Once again, the Allies foil the axis of evil at every turn. In other news, from this point on, the radio host is played softly behind the crew's dialogue. Then I have some other things for the radio host to be saying in the background, just in case they don't want to ad lib. And it says, radio news host. The Germans take the Kerch Peninsula in the eastern Crimea. Pope Pius XII in a mass at the Vatican called for peace and a return to civility. And then the crew goes on talking while the host is talking in the background, and then the host would fade down and then till it was just gone. So that's what the script says. And when everybody had read it, I decided the perfect person to be the radio personality is, of course, Dan Scanlon, because he's a news person. He's old. And probably, well, I don't know if he remembers World War II, probably not, but he's old enough it's not something he's never heard of. Anyway, so he'd be the perfect guy to read the news personalities lines. And then, so I asked him if he would, and him and Alan Anderson got together, and Alan decided that he would be the sound guy and record Dan reading those lines. And also Alan, it called for 1940s music to be playing, and naturally we don't want to get in trouble for having music and playing music that we shouldn't be playing. So Alan looked into getting us some music that we could play safely, some generic sort of 1940s music. And he did. He found us a whole 10 tracks of 40s music that we could play. And we used that for the song that was playing when we go to the radio. And as a matter of fact, so we got that music from Alan. He bought it for us. Then when I'm editing that all together in the timeline, I decided when he turns the radio on, there should be static. It should be like when you're tuning a radio, an old-fashioned radio in particular. You hear static and gibberish and garbled things, and then it would come up with the music. So I went online and found some parts are getting mowed. So I decided that there should be some garbled sounds and tuning sounds, like you're tuning into a radio station. I went online and found some gibberish, some garbled things, and some little bits of conversation from like talk radio, and put that together in a quick sequence, and then went into the music, and the result, I think you'll find, works pretty well. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at it.
Try the radio spectrum, Lieutenant. Plenty of chatter there.
Perhaps the most memorable.
And that was the Bing Miller Quintet with I've Got a Chick in Hicksville. And now, the news on this beautiful May 8th, 1942. In the Pacific, General MacArthur has the Japs on the run in the Coral Sea. Once again, the Allies foil the axis of evil at every turn. In other news, the Germans take the Kerch Peninsula in the eastern Crimea, and Pope Pius XII in a mass at the Vatican called for peace and a return to civility. Reports from Washington, D.C. and the War Department that the USS Sims, named for Admiral William Sims, was sunk in the Coral Sea by the Japanese. Attacked from all directions by Japanese aircraft, the Sims sank within minutes, we're told. We await further word on the safety of our brave sailors, but there is word that a Japanese carrier was sunk in that battle. Sergeant Alvin York, a Medal of Honor recipient, will be commissioned as a major later today. We'll have an update when that happens. And good morning, Mrs. and Mrs. America, and all those ships at sea.
So, hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed a little behind the scenes of what we do here when we're editing the episodes. And I'll talk to you soon. Later. Bye-bye.